which I think really falters at the end, which could be the argument made for the Matrix. However, I do think it has a more poignant message that carries throughout the entire trilogy than Star Wars does, or even like what are some other? I mean, The Dark Knight again. I think trips up at the end, where it's like,
Yeah, it just kind of whiffs out of existence. Like,
The Dark Knight is CIA propaganda, though. It 100% is.
okay,
If
I
because you have they use that surveillance technology that is way intrusive into private life, and then they destroy it. And it's a big ethical problem. I agree that they acknowledge it. However, they still use it, and then you're supposed to put your trust in the system or in Batman to destroy it. You're supposed to be like, oh yeah, we use this.
Baltimore.
It's like it's the exact thing that was happening in the fucking Middle East, where they're using these measures to take down terrorists that were very unethical.
So what about this? The Brother Eye existed in the comic books far before it did in the Dark Knight. It was
It
the
did.
same type of technology, not with like cell phones, but it was a
Well, yeah, it was like
air invention,
it was a satellite. It was an AI satellite.
right? So would that is it just that interpretation of it that makes it?
No, it's not the interpretation. It's the time that it was made. The I mean, regardless, I don't think like you have to take the time when it was made into like into reference,
I agree.
because again, the Dark Knight is dealing with a lot of it is probably one of the most conservative movies like ever.
Yeah, and like
Um,
the thing is, I'm not disagreeing with you or anything. I'm just curious as to where this argument is coming from.
let's see, you got that. You have the argument of trying to separate Batman and Bruce Wayne as different entities, such as viewing George Bush the president and George Bush the man as two different people, even though they're not.
Yeah,
Um, there's
and he was bad at both of them. Can I just throw that? He was a person and
no comment. I'm not going to comment on that, but I
on the W presidency.
but that's not. I'm not talking about that.
Why not?
Because I'm talking about the Dark Knight, all right? And I'm just saying, I think it's dangerous or maybe not dangerous, but I think it's a little sketchy that this movie is saying, these super unethical, things that are happening, this super unethical breach of privacy is necessary to take down these evil to the core terrorists. But don't worry, we'll destroy it. We won't use it again. It's just for now.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you here.
I think it's very important to take the time period into account. It's very important to consider that Christopher Nolan is very conservative.
Yes.
Oh yeah, big time.
Huh.
Like it's a big thing. I mean, the noble lie at the end.
Yeah.
It all builds up.